The shoulder of lamb is a little cheaper than the leg. It's generally more tender, has more flavour and is also well suited for slow cooking. If you leave the fat on the shoulder, it melts away during the cooking process and keeps the meat nice and moist. The shoulder makes a superb, succulent, tender and tasty alternative to the leg. If opting for mutton, extend your cooking times by 1 hour. Lamb is a versatile and flavoursome meat, which is delicious all year round and makes a great centrepiece at any table. I'm in West Yorkshire today. I'm about to go and visit an independent halal butcher. Today's visit is about getting to know and getting the best out of your halal butcher.
My name is Yusuf. We've been established for over 40 years now. It's a family business and we're serving the local community with meat requirements. The next generation of the consumers are more confident in buying from us because they know that the product has got good traceability and the quality and all these things, you know, the provenance of the products is there. In fact, all of our farms where we procure our animals from are here local. They're all English lambs and they source from within probably, let's say, 10 miles of our store. And it's important to deal with local produce so that we're supporting one another. You know where it's coming from. It's all grass-fed. It's all local, wholesome. You know, I mean, what more can you ask for? This is the most important things, you know, to help a person not only confidence in the product but also in their diet, you know. So this is something what we believe in, to making sure that the consumer gets good quality lamb.
Rachel, we've come to that part now which we've all been looking forward to, the pudding, the sweet dish. What have you got on the menu?
Well, since there are berries everywhere this time of year, what I thought I'd do is use the beauty of these berries and make them into a very slightly naughty tart.
Right.
With some phyllo pastry that I've just bought. I'm going to layer it up with 100 grams of butter, which I'm going to melt with 4 tablespoons of rapeseed oil. And this will be what I use to put between the sheets of phyllo
pastry.
Breadcrumbs.
Yes, now you've given me this job to do, haven't you? So I'll do that while we're talking.
With those fingers of yours.
Okay.
And then a little tricks to use even less oil are things like putting your pastry brush in water before you put it in the oil and butter mixture. I'm going to start to use this to oil the dish because I want it all to stick.
Okay.
So I'm taking my first leaf of phyllo and I put it in the pie dish, and there'll be a little bit of extra up over the top, but that's nice because that makes it crunchy. Pastry, oil, and water, oil and butter.
And what are the crumbs doing in between?
They will help keep it separate and therefore make it feel like you've got more layers of phyllo pastry than you actually have. So I think that's number...
Okay, so 5 layers you've put in.
Yes. Breadcrumbs on it. Now we're going to do the baking blind bit. Baking parchment.
Right.
We're putting this down to form a batter. We need to weight it down if we're baking it blind. Or you can do it with rice, and the rice you can use again and again and again. So we have to make certain that everything that's poking out is nicely covered in the oil and butter mixture.
Right.
And it will need just 10 minutes because it's not that thick.
Right. So I look very good.
They do, don't they?
So you've taken the softer ones?
Yes, the ones that aren't quite as beautiful I've taken here. Those are going to be shown off on the top of the tart.
Right.
And this we're going to make into a lovely soupy goo. When you're baking things blind, especially when you're baking phyllo, you've got to keep your eye on it.
Wow.
It goes very, very quickly.
Okay.
So I think you see on the outside, it's going nice and
crisp. Yeah, nice and brown.
Yeah. And we can take the baking beans out, and then what we're going to do, so I'm just going to pop that in for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Any more and it'll burn.
And it's still maintained that fluffiness, hasn't it?
It has indeed.
Yeah.
So it's 4 punnets of fruit, and you mix it up the way that you want to. Half a punnet of blueberries, half a punnet of raspberries. The other halves are there.
Yes.
I'm adding, you can smell that already.
You can.
I'm adding...
It's disintegrating, isn't it?
It is. It's going to mush. We're just going to make a nice thick syrup
Okay.
Nice thick, stodgy syrup. 100 grams of 100 grams of granulated sugar. 100 mils of water. And we're just going to mix that up, almost like making jam. And then we are going to thicken it with corn flour. If you use hot water with corn flour, the grains of the starch in the corn flour will pop immediately. It will go lumpy.
Right.
If you mix it with cold water, you'll never have a problem. So I'm just going to pour this in.
Yep.
And can you stir?
At the same time, yeah.
Yep. And that should thicken up pretty quickly.
Right, this is a bit like custard, isn't it? Keep
exactly.
stirring.
Exactly, it's very like custard. We've let that go cold. We've let this go cold. So I'm going to give you a few more of the unbeautiful berries.
Okay.
To mix into there. So we've got a nice... Pop it on there like that.
Okay.
Do you want to do the honours?
Do you want me to just pour it on?
Just pour it on.
Okay, here we go.
Give you some space. And then just smooth it out. And then we'll put a few more bits of beautifulness on top.
You still get the smell, don't you?
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I've got some beautiful creme fraiche there. And we've also got some soya coconut dessert, which is delicious because the coconut just brings out just adds another level of flavour. Take it out of the oven, be careful because it's hot, obviously. Now, because I've got chef's hands, I can do this. And that's a little bit of baking parchment we put on to protect the tomato. We finish off with a tin of chickpeas and then put it back in the oven for 20 minutes, just so the sauce reduces. You do not want to get the liquid spilt all up and down your arm. There we go.
Rachel, here we are, the end of the day, but we have a feast here fit for any Eid table. How are you feeling?
I think we've done great work. I think that we're a great team. I'm very impressed with your chapatis. I think you'll have to show me that again.
We'll see what they taste like. But I mean, everything looks so colourful.
Yep. Shall we?
Yes, please.
Well, let's see how this works.
Okay. Now, when you say pulled,
it is pulled. Look,
it's
actually pulling. It's falling off the bone.
Beautiful.
Look, you can have a little taste of that with that lovely sauce that's super tasty.
Great.
And then I'm going to spill it all down myself. How does that sound?
That's got a real nice kick to it, hasn't it? Very good. I know, just got flavour there. Oh, lovely. That really is nice.
The food for Eid is always a special meal bringing family and friends together. What better way to do this than take our culinary creations to a local community group based in Birmingham to see what they make of our dishes.
Oh, it was lovely. It's absolutely fantastic. I think it was very reflective of sort of who we are as a city. There was lots of different dishes. So we had like the traditional shepherd's pie. We had the spiced lamb, which was delicious.
That was absolutely gorgeous. The flavours were phenomenal. I was really, really impressed.
Flavoursome, wholesome, fusion of the East and West. Whatever your taste bud desires, spicy, bland, you know, it's very good. The food that we've had today, I didn't see grease on it. It'd be interesting to see how it was cooked, and yet it still had all the flavours, and it looked good.
One of my big favourites was the lamb. Lamb's always my favourite, you can't go wrong with that. The burger was amazing. It's probably one of the best burgers I've ever tasted. I'll definitely cook it at home.
I was always, I don't know, but this is
Thai dish is really
beautiful.
nice.
Really is lovely.
And would you cook the Thai dish?
Yeah, if I get the recipe, definitely would. Yes.
And if you want to find out more about some of the recipes that we featured on today's programme, then just head to our website. In the meantime, from both of us here, happy healthy cooking and
Eid Mubarak! put it back in the oven for 20 minutes, just so the sauce reduces.
Let me tell you something. I mean, everything looks so colourful.
Yep.
It looks lovely, and this.
All really healthy, shall we?
Yes, please.
Look at that. I mean, that's just amazing. Everyone's going to be so impressed with that and think it was a lot of hard work, which is delicious because the coconut just brings out just adds another level of flavour.
That's got a real nice kick to it. Very good. I know, just got the flavour there.
One of my big favourites was the lamb. Lamb's always my favourite, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, it was lovely. It's absolutely fantastic.
That was absolutely gorgeous. The flavours were phenomenal. I was really, really impressed.
Healthy kitchen. It's easy when you know how.